Welcome back to Transform and Roll Out Season 3, Eons, Episode 26, Part 1. First things first, this will be a continuation of Episode 25, following Scorchimus, Mantyx, and Domina's adventure. So players, here's the plan. You will tell me which characters you're playing, and give us a short description of what they look like and what is going on, their brain modules, and we'll get started. Starting off with Onyx.
I was not expecting to go first. Hi, I'm Onyx. I'll be playing Scorchimus. He's a red, gender-bent, shattered glass version of Scorchfire. Sleek. He's got his own little personality. Some would say it's very forward, but only some. And yeah, he's excited to be here.
Awesome. And you have 0 notches in your TBD watch. Is that correct?
That is unfortunately true.
Well, next up we have Clickbait.
What's up, guys? I'm Clickbait, and I am playing Mantyx. He's an extra tall, ex-Decepticon Seeker. He transforms into an F-22 Raptor. He is kind of grumpy, kind of grouchy. He's currently very stressed because he has, again, been kind of not really, forced to separate from his family unit, and he's very upset about it, but he knows that it's important to continue on this mission so that he can keep them safe for much longer. But he's grumpy about it.
Awesome, thank you. And you have 1 notch in your TBD watch. Is that correct?
I don't know. You're the boss. That sounds right. I'll take it over nothing.
Cool. You heard it here, listeners. And next up we have Celeste.
Only sometimes.
Hello, I'm Celeste. I play the formerly Domina, now Dalina. Dalina no longer has a a vehicle mode appearance to her as robot mode. She looks more like a Predacon, but we don't know what she truly is though. She is all white with gray here and there and a lot of different color energon stains on her and many scars, and so very different from what we used to have from our big train Domina.
That is correct. Thank you so much. And you have no TBD watch because you gave it to Mantyx, is that correct?
Yes sir, because she has no idea how to use it after all this time.
Awesome. And finally, I am Kilobyte. I'll be your DM, your Primus, your god for this round. Are you ready to get started?
Yes sir.
Yeah, let's go.
You bet. I'm so ready.
There was a silence there. I thought nobody was excited. Cool.
Well, after some
I'm
magic
excited. I'm very excited.
I won't be there.
I'm just so scared and nervous, sir.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Okay, we begin with Mantyx. You awaken
Oh my
in the
gosh.
time vortex once again. To you, not much time has passed since you last were here. But here it looks like time works differently. It's almost a desert. No longer a sea of threads, more than plenty of space between strands. The corner of your optic, you see a scene of King Starscream's timeline that you were recently in. It blackens, it shrivels, and it disintegrates.
Oh no.
And as it does, it seems to have a domino effect on smaller threads that were once branching off to become their own strands. Scorchimus and Dalina remain floating there in what seems like stasis, optics flickering with white. What would you like to do?
Well, I believe we're hunting for a Matrix. I think it was did I say the yellow one that we're looking for?
I believe that's correct.
Okay, so I was given a timeline name number, and so I'm going to see if I look around, I'm going to look and see if anything resembles timeline. I don't think I've found out a way to actually sort through the timelines, but I'm imagining like he knows what he wants, and so he's just gonna kind of follow his intuition. He's gonna picture the Matrix and the timeline that he wants in his mind and see if he feels a tug towards any direction.
Perfect. Because as you look around and you focus on your objective, threads seem to move closer to you. And one you can see scenes of what looks like a yellow truck, Cybertronian, bearing a yellow matrix. Most of the threads have similar events, just slight variations. Some show peace times, others show an everlasting civil war, though one of these threads, unlike the others, seems to be drifting towards Scorchimus.
What do I see in that timeline?
When you take a peek, you recognize nothing from there, but I will want you to roll me a perception roll.
Oh, my Primus. Already? Okay, let's do. Let's see. 16.
With a 16, you see in this thread webs, mad science experiments on a variety of bots, and you see flashes of a legendary crazy scientist, Tarantula. You also see prisons filled with hundreds of bots, what seems to be Maximals, Predacons, Autobots, Decepticons, and a Chrome Seeker. What would you like to do?
Hi! Is that an option? Oh, my little lady. Anyways, Mantyx is a man on a mission. If he sees what he thinks is the timeline with the yellow truck, then he's going to go for the timeline with the yellow truck.
Perfect. You focus on the yellow truck's timeline, and you all teleport, and you drop 5 feet in the air. And as you all land, you land on a fancy marbled floor. Many bots surround you, and they look to be in shock, not expecting 3 bots appear out of nowhere. It looks like you're in some sort of a grand sacred hall, and a casket lays near the opposite end of the hall. So next to the casket, you see a yellow bot that stands about 28 feet tall, mostly yellow with some white accents. They look to be able to turn into a fire truck of some kind. And behind them is a giant window overlooking a massive door. I want you all to roll me a perception check.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Perception.
Hey, I get +1 in there.
Oh, me too.
Scorchmus got a 8.
Dalina got a 12. I mean, Dalina. It's so hard.
What did you roll, Mantyx?
It's a 14 there,
14?
buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. So only Mantyx notices this.
Oh, Primus.
But behind that window, that giant door that stands there, those doors remind you of the well of the old Allspark, where Cybertronians once emerged back in your timeline.
Okay.
And as you're all standing there in the room, just looks a little bit in awe. Your watches ding, for those that have a watch, and you see timeline 2003_X4.
Okay. Do we see what kind of timeline it is?
The X4 is it's the core strand. It's a core strand level 1.
Okay. Perfect. And a hoodles.
Yeah. But
so that we just see that.
How's
yes,
it going?
as you see the numbers, as you look through watches and you look up, the yellow bot begins to talk as to help your situation and have everybody focus on her.
My fellow Cybertronians, we are gathered here today to honor one of our brightest minds, a bot who contributed so much to our society and was taken from us too early. His accomplishments brought us prosperity and propelled our society forward and into the cosmos. You will always be remembered, Shockwave.
The room falls silent as bots make their way towards the casket and pay their respects. What would you all like to do?
Gee, I wonder who killed him.
I like to shake their hand.
I'm gonna say that quietly to myself, just
Oh,
mutter
we're
it
all
under
so
my breath.
conscious on this.
Whose hand are you shaking?
He just reaches over and shakes whoever's next to him.
Yeah, I'm shaking Mantyx's hand.
Mantyx is gonna like let go of your hand and be like,
Dude, what?
I'm playing the bit.
Why are you shaking my hand?
I just, it's a nice hand you got here.
Scorchimus, if you're going to participate, at least make an effort. Go shake somebody's hand who's actually from this timeline.
Oh. Okay.
Do you want to shake somebody's hand, or are you just gonna sit
No,
there?
I'm just gonna awkwardly take one step back.
he's just gonna look at you and be like, he's not gonna say that's what I thought, but like he's just gonna kind of look down at you and be like, that's what I thought.
Dalina's just rubbing their forehead and you're shaking like, oh, Primus, give us strength.
Anyways, the yellow bot appears to be the leader, right?
Yeah, it's the one that's leading the ceremonies.
Okay. Well, Mantyx may be on a mission, but he's not totally rude, so he's gonna wait till the ceremony's over to go and address this bot I'm not totally sure if it is over and they're just paying respects, but if now would be an appropriate social time to go and speak with the leader, then he would do that. Otherwise, he would wait.
And what is Dalina doing?
Dalina's just also listening to the yellow bot, but she's just keeping an eye out on other bots, what else they're doing. And she just doesn't want any surprises, like suddenly sneaking through a crowd. But she's just kind of confused why they're honoring Shockwave in the ceremony. So she's just keeping an ear out of any whispers or rumors going around the people around them. I mean, they're so close to the other group of bots, right?
Yeah. It's a whole room of bots, and they're all paying respects.
Okay.
They all noticed us, right?
And since they're Autobots and Predacons, they don't stand. Oh shoot, our group doesn't stand out too much, right?
It stood out when you made an entrance. It was a flashy entrance, but the yellow bot kind of got their attentions, and they're all focusing on the ceremony.
Okay, good. So Dalina's just keeping an ear out, keeping any comments to herself. She'll just give Scorchimus a pat on the head, like just to like remind him to keep focused on the mission.
Okay.
Pat.
So
What's with your obsession and patting me on the head? I'm not your animal.
You're small.
And
It's a comfort thing.
for who? It's certainly not for me.
I'm not the one holding people's hands without permission either. Okay.
Hey, it's a comfort thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
oh my god, that was good.
Can we please focus on the mission? We have work to do.
What
Yes,
do you
Scorchimus.
say? Tall, dark, and brooding?
I will leave you stranded here, Scorchimus.
What kind of stranded?
Oh my gosh.
Not the nice kind. Without a TBD watch. Alone.
You know, I don't need that again, so let's keep going.
That's what I thought.
As the three of you stand in the back of the room, observing the other bots, you see the casket is beginning to be moved into a machine where it's cremated on the spot, and you hear the yellow bot say,
When a spark dims, another ignites.
and suddenly the ground begins to shake, and a beam of light shoots up to the sky from the big door that you notice through the window, Mantyx, and gears slowly begin to turn. The gathering of bots begins to thin out, and the yellow bot begins to make their way towards you. Upon reaching you, they say,
Hello, young
Greetings.
ones. How may I be of help?
Must be all those oil baths they take.
Scorchimus, seriously, now is not the time or the
Look,
place.
high premium oil. 5,
Shush.
10, 5. It's pretty good. It's really good for the...
Scorchimus, enough.
Okay, fine.
Anyways, we come from an alternate timeline, if you will, and we seek to know more about your world and possibly enlist your aid in ensuring a future for all of us.
I see. Well, let us continue this conversation in my office. I believe this chat will be most beneficial for us all.
Agreed.
But he's still gonna put his hand like on the hilt of his I guess he's got one, the hilt of his Energon sword that's on his hip, because he's got the sword of Vector Prime on his back, and he's gonna rest his hand on the hilt of his Energon sword.
So many weapons.
I do have a lot of weapons at this point.
You have my Omni Saber too. I mean, I'm the DM, you don't have my sword, but you have the Stormburst.
I don't think, no, I thought I gave that away to somebody. Do I really still have that? I don't have it on my
I think
sheet.
so. You gave me you gave me the gun, and I gave you my sword.
Oh shoot.
You
Okay.
have my sword.
I have so many things.
And my hammer.
I have Riesling. On the way, can I ask,
You wouldn't happen to have any spare Energon or Energon packs lying around. It wasn't exactly the nicest place that we came from, and some of us have sustained some damage.
Of course we do.
oh thank goodness.
And you see them kind of tap something on their wrist, and kind of you hear like a whoop sound, like a message was sent.
We'll see to it that you are provided with some. I'll have the Energon sent to our current destination. Please, let's continue to the building across the street.
For the characters and for the listeners, but as you all get closer to this bot, they resemble a lot of Optimus Prime from the RID, the 2001 RID, but they're all yellow.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Baby, yeah.
That's how you can picture this bot standing next to you. You follow the bot towards the building next door. The building looks like to have multiple floors and has some office space. You walk through the main doors, and as you walk through the hallways, you see signs in the different hallways that say Engineering Department, Science Department, Break Room, Elevators, Reception, Hangar, Basement, Communications Office, and Transport Gate. You arrive at an office whose door's plaque reads, Yellow Splendid Convoy, Leader of Cybertron. You all make your way inside of the office, where Yellow Convoy, now that we know the name, sits down and says,
Tell me more of what is happening.
We are currently in a very intense battle between a multiversal threat. I am sure you are familiar with the legends of Unicron, the Chaos Bringer. He has been freed from his prison and is currently on the hunt. He's teamed up with a modified version of a shockwave that has been traversing the timelines and murdering many of his kind. This particular shockwave goes by Galaxy Wave, and he has been teaming up with Unicron in order to maximize his chances of success and minimize the success of timeline protectors such as us, as well as other primes from other timelines. They have been traveling around and hunting them down and stealing their matrices in order to limit any possible intervention or neutralization of Unicron and eliminate the chance of any timelines and any bots making it out of this alive.
Very interesting.
Are you rolling dice?
now that's for me to know, okay?
Oh no.
I don't like that.
Oh no. Oh, okay, it's not that bad of a number though.
I see. I understand the threat of Unicron probably just as much as the next timeline defender. Being a former member of the Primus Vanguard myself,
You understand?
I do. And if you are here and my apprentice, whom I've left in my stead at the Primus Vanguard, is not, this could only mean things have spiraled far
Your
out of hand.
apprentice? Who was your apprentice? Stormburst?
No, I don't believe I've met Stormburst. No, my apprentice was Luminous Prime. They carried a yellow matrix from their timeline.
Was that from the Vanguard?
I don't think Mantyx has met them. It was from the Vanguard. It's one of the
Okay.
Vanguard members.
Yeah, I don't think he knows either. Okay.
And they took my place on the Vanguard when I decided to return to my timeline.
Ah, so you know the Vanguard.
I'm very familiar with the Vanguard. I was there when it was first created. Do you come here now with them, or news of them?
We were. Unfortunately, the Vanguard has fallen to Unicron. We are all that remains.
Dear Primus.
Well, half of what remains.
Half?
I meant we as a whole, Scorchimus.
Right, but only half of us are here.
Scorchimus.
Yes, Scorchimus,
Please.
but all of our team is all that remains.
Oh, okay, but they don't know that.
Well, now they do, so thank you for clarifying. I apologize
Yeah.
for him.
He doesn't think before speaking. We do apologize for him.
First off, rude. Second, I can talk for myself. I'm not the child. I'm probably older than both of you. And thirdly, hi, I'm Scorchimus.
Scorchimus!
Stop! Scorchimus.
Anyways, Convoy, if you are familiar with the Vanguard, then you are familiar with the concept of the Silver Matrix and what is required to operate it.
You see them kind of with a smile, kind of chuckling at what how Scorchimus was acting.
It's all about the charm.
And they respond with,
Lovely to meet you, Scorchimus. I'm aware of what is required for the Silver Matrix. I suppose that answers why you are here. You are wondering if you can use my yellow matrix.
Yes, that would be correct. I understand it is a very big ask for you to give up your matrix.
It is. And leaving a timeline without their matrix is a dangerous gamble and a difficult decision.
Of course.
I do have to say, even if you make the choice of not giving the matrix to us, he is going to find you. I don't know how he did it, how he even found out, but Shockwave, or like as Galaxy Wave is known, he broke mine. I don't know how he managed to do that, but the moment he knows where he could find one, he will not hesitate to take it from you too.
My poor child.
and you see them stand up and they make their way towards you, Dalina, and they put their hands out. and they're like,
Can you take my hands for a few moments?
Yes, ma'am. And so Dalina's kind of ashamed. She still has her vision low. She's not looking directly in the eyes of Splendid Convoy. Very ashamed about her matrix.
so you do that, you put your hands together within hers, and you stand there for a few. Scorchimus,
Yo.
you feel movement on the back of your back? On your back?
On the back of my back? Let's never edit this and leave it exactly the way it is.
You feel movement on your back. Yes.
Is the back of my back my front then?
I don't know. However, you're a transformer, so your back would be your front and your front would be your back. Right?
I just wanted clarity. All right. Anyway, I feel something on my back.
You feel movement, yes, on your back. As panels kind of begin to open and you feel fingers as if they're trying to crawl out. This is very creepy.
Oh my god.
Must have been in the salad, you know?
It's kind of gross.
Feeling an alien is coming out the wrong way.
This is what happens after all those oil baths. You don't know what's in those.
Oh no, it was that planet I went to.
Oh no.
It was the
That's
soup.
what you get
It was
for
the
holding
soup.
hands with strangers.
Oh man, it was the special.
It's always a special.
Check, please.
What would you like to
tip.
do with that information?
I don't know. It sounds really creepy. I don't know. Probably
Starts
jump and
jumping
panic.
and shrieking.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whoa,
Any
Scorchimus.
reasonable bot would do, you know. Does anyone else see what's happening? Am I giving birth out my back? What's happening here?
Scorchimus, what are you
A
doing?
back burster.
you startle Yellow Convoy and the rest of the members, and as you turn back, they see some of your panels kind of open, but they don't see anything in them. You just have the
Oh, great.
feeling.
I'm haunted.
And so as you're running around and jumping, you suddenly hear a little voice talk to you.
Oh no, now I'm hearing things.
Oh my gosh, just a little bot.
Scorchimus?
Taser?
Yeah, it's me. I know it's been a while.
Where'd you come from?
I left with you. I thought you felt me as I hugged your leg.
Oh, I thought that was just a strong wind as my graceful escape.
Well, it wasn't. But do you think we can talk in private?
I look nervously at Mantyx and Dalina. And then I look at Yellow Convoy. Yellow Convoy?
Yes, Scorchimus?
Do you have somewhere where I can take a phone call in private?
Of course. If you go out these doors and
I'm
down
already
the
going
left
that
hall,
way. Just immediately
and
starts going.
he's gone.
Scorchimus, don't get lost.
Can you get lost? I'm not staring into anyone's optics right now, so I think it'll be fine.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Never mind. Go ahead. Don't come back.
What was that, an invitation? I can't hear you through the sounds of my footsteps right away.
So cheesy.
I don't know what
love
hurts
it.
more,
I'm
this
here for
headache
this.
that Scorchimus gives me, or this hole in my chest.
Wow. So I'm gonna go with Scorchimus into the break room, and then I'll come back to you, Mantyx and
Wow. I see how it is.
Dalina. Mantyx, you've been
Special
talking for a
treatment.
little bit. You know, I'm trying to give a break to everybody.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I see how it is. I've been silent for so long. I was just trying to get my fair amount in.
Weird how that works.
Scorchimus, you get to the
Bruh.
break room. You get to the break room. It's a standard break room. There's a table, chairs, and some cupboards to store Energon goodies.
Right on, I start looting.
Hey, bro.
You find a metal box with some 50 or so pieces of Energon goodies. They're just
Oh, right
kinda
on, right on.
candies.
Yeah, I'm just really filling my
find-
pockets.
You find a cold bottle of Energon.
Is there anyone else in the room awkwardly
my
staring at
God.
me doing this?
No,
I'm just
but
gonna
the
continue.
No. Nobody's in the room, but the microwave is running, so
Perfect.
somebody might come by soon to pick up their
Right
lunch.
on. What's in their microwave?
No.
It's a bowl of some looks to be some spicy Energon goodies.
Right on. How much time is left on it?
You have a minute 30.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let me know when that gets closer to 10 seconds, but I will be paying attention. All right, Taser. Taser. What was it you need? As I'm putting stuff in my pockets.
Sorry, he jumps out and he appears. He's visible now. It's no longer invisible, and you see before you a little bot that's mostly black with a kind of like a barrel on his forearm and some gray little toes and fingers.
Adorable.
And he looks at you.
So cute.
He goes and says,
Thank you. I know it's been a while, and I've been a little bit scared, and everything happened so fast. But I think we need to go back.
Go back? What we gotta go back for? We just escaped. I'm still stuffing my pockets or whatever with the Energon goodies. Like,
Oh my
it's just
God.
going to 10. I might even be downing one right now. Who knows?
Well, you remember when?
You want a snack?
Sure.
I handed him a snack, like more than he needs. I hand him so many.
you hand him so many, like he uses both hands to hold them, and it's kind of like a little bit weighty. And he's like, well, thank you. And he kind of puts them on the counter and just kind of picks one up, and it's holding it as he's like looking very shy and nervous at you.
So when you remember when we left the place with the spider guy, right?
Yeah, real creepy. Really webbed me out.
Yeah. Well, my best friend stayed behind, and I think they're in trouble.
Best friend? I thought we would have seen someone else there. It's just you and me, wasn't it?
No, Allegory was there.
Roll me a Constitution
Oh, okay.
when you hear Allegory.
Oh, cool. I have +2.
Nice.
Not that that's done any good for me recently.
I don't know, you got a bunch of Energon goodies there.
30-20. Holy snap.
Nice.
Yes.
So with that 20, when you
Finally.
hear Taser say Allegory, memories start pouring into your memory cortex of this seeker, silver seeker that you saw, and then all the different colors, because you saw them in pink, and you saw them as they were strapped on the table behind you when you were running away, when you were with Alita in the inside of the Titan, and you remember everything.
Oh, Primus. Taser, what are we doing? We gotta go back. We gotta stop messing around. Stop getting snacks. Come on, we gotta go. We gotta find a way out of this. I think the Yellow Convoy lady said there was a gate transcaped, right?
Well, yeah, we gotta go. There was a sign that said time
I
warp.
immediately grab his wrist and start going out the brake rope.
Right.
Also, I stop, heel stop, full brakes, turn around, check the microwave.
It's at 10 seconds.
Awesome. How's it looking? Does it look like it's ready to come out yet? What is it again exactly?
It's spicy Energon goodies, almost like a cereal kind of thing.
Okay, I take it. I stop it before it hits 1, like almost at exactly 1, so it doesn't go beep beep. I
Yeah,
pop it
just
out.
try to be sneaky.
Yeah. I grab it and I grab Taser again. I head back out.
Okay, you stop it, you grab it, you run. You are kind of just trying to eat these Energon goodies as you're running with your other hand, which you're doing an amazing
I think I've
job.
stopped trying to eat them and more packing it to go.
Just packing to go. Okay, so I think you just store the whole thing with you because you don't have any baggies, and then they're hot, so they'll probably melt the other goodies. So you just
perfect.
you
Even
just stuff
better.
everything with the plate and everything in the bowl, and you start heading down the hallways looking for the signs of the transwarp. As Taser is just like dangling in the air, and you're like moving your arm, running.
That's exactly how I see it in my mind's eye. I imagine I'm holding him with my regular arm and not my sweep arm, because that might be weird. I'm using kind of like my sweep arm to stash everything on me. Anyway.
Yes. And you hear him going,
Scorchimus, are you sure it's just us that should go?
There's no more time to waste. We can't stop here and eat every snack we find, nor go back for the microwave thing again that we have already just did. I'm already wasting enough time talking about this. We need to go.
I never said anything about the snacks. I'm just worried that we'll get hurt too and we won't be able to get there in time.
That's what the snacks are for. Let's go.
you sprint down, you find the sign that says Time Warp Gate. You open those doors, and in front of you, you see a circular gate, and there's a panel connected to it with a monitor where you can input coordinates.
Fantastic. No guards. Just like how I like my severely dangerous weapons to be.
This is the facility. They don't expect somebody just walk in and try to use it.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Do we not know any of this going down? These are yelling.
No, because they ran the because the Scorchimus doesn't know the hallway, so he just kept going away from your door to find the hallway from the Times Warp.
Oh my Primus.
So you don't hear all the
He's gonna get
discussion.
himself in
You don't
trouble.
hear any of the ruffling with the Energon goodies.
We were kind of rough on him, so I wouldn't expect them to come back to us.
Yeah,
Alright,
but it's
Scorchimus
stupid
can
to
handle
go by
himself.
himself.
It's
We can
Scorchimus, what do you
help.
expect?
Hey, he survived the
some
encounter
semblance of
once.
sanity.
He can do it again.
I mean, he left
He only survived the encounter once because
it's
Allegory
no.
sacrificed herself.
Maybe. Anyway, DM.
Maybe!
I'm assuming I have to look at my TBD watch history to gauge what timeline that was in, because I don't think it
This
was
whole
ever
time
mentioned.
there was a history?
Pretty sure that was mentioned episode 1 and 7.
No! No!
Oh my goodness! Well, somebody
My
needs to pay
life has
attention.
been
Time
changed.
to go watch the episode.
Okay, Scorchimus would know this because he studied a tablet
watches.
about them. Yeah.
Yes. So you scroll and you find because it's one of the most recent timelines, and so you find the timeline and you can input it onto the machine just fine, or you can connect it to the watch, which might give you a specific, like a closer approximation to the destination you're going.
Okay. I'm gonna do whatever is smartest and fastest, which is input it into the machine. Don't have time to hook it up. I don't know if this has Bluetooth. I don't know. Gonna turn to Taser as the transwarp is like turning on or whatever it does, and just go, I have a plan. And I grab him. I'm like, get ready to be invisible again. And I'm gonna close my optics. And we go through the gate.
You input the code. You're telling Taser you have a plan. The warp gate slowly turns on, and you see a field of green energy fill the circle gate, and you hear Taser go, okay, and then you just jump in.
I'm coming for you, Allegory.
Long enough.
As you jump in, the time warp closes behind you, and it powers down, and slowly a red dot on it starts blinking, kind of like sending a message to the facility. Now, we're gonna flip back a little bit before all that, back to the room with Yellow Convoy, Dalina, and Mantyx. Dalina, as Scorchimus leaves the room, your hands are on top of Yellow Convoy's hands.
Yes,
holding
I
each
get it.
other.
Go. Hold hands up there. Yes.
Yes.
I'm
That's
jealous.
Scorchimus.
Oh my Primus.
Hey, it's a comfort thing.
Oh my Primus.
Tells you to focus in the moment, to calm your spark, and she suddenly starts talking and says,
I sense a kind spark within you, yet there's an inner conflict that brews and grows. You believe that with the Matrix you are nothing, but I sense the opposite. The Matrix doesn't make you who you are. It merely embodies an idea that inspires and brings hope. I sense that the bots that follow you in your timeline choose to do so, not because of the Matrix you carry, but because of who you are and what you stand for. Your strength, your kindness, and your passion.
she takes her hands out and looks at you, Mantyx, and says,
Now, may we speak, my child?
Me?
Yes. I need to see who you are deep down into your spark, to see if I can trust you with my matrix.
If it will help my family, then yes.
Place your hands on top of mine, please.
He's gonna hesitate, and he's gonna look really uncomfortable doing it, but he's gonna do it anyways. He's gotta steel himself for a second, but then he does it.
as you steel yourself and you put your hands on hers, she's like,
Calm your spark, so that we may be one for only a moment.
and then she says,
Oh, my child, your spark has been through the fiery pits of Kaon and back. I sense a lot of pressure that has been weighing on you. Your love for your friends has grown and keeps you moving forward, even when you feel like your knees are about to buckle under the stress. Yet some may see caring as a weakness, but never forget it is your strength, it is your support, your anchor, and don't be afraid to share the load. Your friends care for you too, and will always be there. As long as you keep believing in your friends, you will be able to conquer anything together.
Puts her hands out.
I will bestow my matrix with you, but heed my warning. A timeline without its matrix is a dangerous thing. Please return it as soon as you can.
We understand, and we thank you for your choice and your words of wisdom, Prime.
Thank you so much for trusting us, ma'am.
Call me Yellow.
Domino gives a little blush. Yes, Yellow.
Thank you, Yellow.
You see their chest open up, a bright yellow beam as they take out their matrix. They hold it out towards you, so whoever wants to carry it can take it with them.
Domina gestures to Mantyx for them to take it.
I'll take it. They'll just kind of do like the little like head nod, respectful bow, and take it.
Okay. Their chest closes back up, and she says,
I wish you the best of luck in your mission. I know it is a difficult one, but I have faith you will succeed.
We will do our best, and should we win, should we vanquish this evil that threatens all of us, I will do my best to see your matrix return to you.
I know you will.
Mantyx, where are you putting this matrix? On your
well,
person?
I think I just kind of put the other one, like, I think I just kind of subspace it or put it in my cockpit. So I would assume I put the other one there.
Subspace. It just the magic power of D&D. It just disappears until I need it.
The magic power of cockpit storage.
Cockpit.
He wouldn't try to put it in his chest. He has nowhere. He's not a prime. He doesn't think he's worthy of that. So well, he's bigger than her. So he's taller than Yellow. But he would just put it in the subspace, for lack of a better word.
As you put it in the same place where you have the other matrix, the one you have from Liege, you notice something peculiar about that matrix. You see it flickering, and the green seems to be fading out, revealing a white matrix beneath.
Can I take it out and look at it?
Yeah, you can take it out and look at it.
I just kind of want to see what it's doing and take a closer look.
Roll me a perception.
Sweet Solus Prime.
Was it a good roll? Oh,
I try.
yay!
As a 17.
17. Cool. So you take out the matrix, and you notice that on the left side of it is white, and it's like reaching the middle and slowly moving towards the right side as the green just starts dissipating and kind of disappearing from the matrix, as if the energy that turned it green is not close nearby to power it, or to keep it that color, if that makes sense.
And it would be a reasonable conclusion to assume that since I got it from Liege, it was Liege who was corrupting it in the first place?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he would just kind of keep an eye on it, probably put it back with the other matrix, subspace it.
Okay.
He has
They're in
nothing
your
more to do
cockpit.
with it.
Okay. Yellow Convoy looks at both of you after seeing you carrying two matrix. They go like,
Oh, I see you found a green matrix at some point in your travels.
This one is not actually green. It's been corrupted.
He'll show it to her if she wants to see it, show her how it's changing.
she's looking at it and she'll see it and she's like,
Though something feels off about it. Interesting. I feel sadness for the Prime who had lost their matrix and can sense their timeline falling into ruin.
and you see them kind of like say a prayer for the Prime that matrix might have belonged to.
And he's just gonna put it back if she doesn't do anything else. If she's still looking at it, he might hold it out a moment longer. But if she's not gonna do anything, he's just gonna put it away because he feels like it's unsafe to even tempt to have it out.
Yep, she's not gonna do anything with it. She's gonna look at you as two bots come in with Energon cups so you can have some good Energon and refresh yourself.
Awesome.
Mantyx, Scorchimus has been gone for a good while now.
Oh, you're right. We should... He gets into trouble very easily. We should probably go check on him. He's like a sparkling.
Mm-hmm. We already lost him like 3 times.
He sure has been gone for a while, but I can assure you, he is where he needs to be.
Oh,
What does that mean?
Dalina's gonna take the cup and chug it down real quick before they walk out, though. Take like 2 big chugs.
As you say, what does that mean? She's like,
I understand bot struggles. I may not be able to see the future, but I can help guide them towards a more favorable outcome. And Scorchimus has found a path he has forgotten about, and now walks towards where he needs to be.
Interesting. Regardless, we should find him. He shouldn't go anywhere alone.
I'm sure we can find him.
and you walk out of the office. You start heading the way towards the break room. And as you turn into the break room, you see all the drawers open. All the goodies have been either spilled
Oh
or
my
some of the containers
Primus.
are empty. The microwave has the door open with 1 second left.
Mantyx is gonna turn to Yellow, and he's gonna say,
apologize for the mess.
I am so sorry. This was probably Scorchimus. We're working on him. He's a work in progress.
We kind of don't really know him that much, to be honest.
He's a rescue.
Wow. So rude. Damn, but accurate.
He just latched onto us.
She looks at you and says,
Don't worry, everything can be fixed.
and you see her look at her wrist.
"We're gonna fix you, Scorchimus.
Hey, I'm not that broken.
We're gonna teach you all the tricks. Get you some good
Oh my God.
manners."
Poor Scorchimus.
Just threw the ringer tonight.
I was done. You gotta talk to the DM. He kept it going.
Yeah, why are you being so mean to me?
I'm trying to talk and everybody's just saying stuff, okay?
Threaten them with death.
You can't blame me in this mess.
I've been so nice right now. Why am I just suddenly gonna kill everybody? Like,
Oh,
it doesn't
Please
make
don't.
sense.
I like this. Please
Speak to us,
don't.
Lord Primus.
Um,
We need your guidance.
as you're talking, Yellow looks at her wrist and she notices a message and says,
Oh, I do think we have a lead. It appears Scorchimus used our time warp gate and may already be in a different timeline.
Oh, sweet soul is prime.
Oh, just a head smack.
Is there a destination you are going to next?
But he wouldn't know where to go. Wait a minute. We didn't notice the mini bot, did we?
you heard a voice, but you never saw the bot. He was invisible.
Mm-hmm. Does Dalina remember the mini bot? Because I do know Allegory one time did take out mini bot. Dalina was there, or Domino back then.
I don't remember if she did, if she saw it. I don't remember if Allegory even got the miniguns out. I remember carrying Scorchimus handcuffed and then
We all
fighting. I don't
remember that.
remember the
Good time.
We all remember that.
I don't remember the
That was way in
miniguns.
the beginning, a whole year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
uh,
So I'll have to say you probably didn't meet the miniguns.
Yeah, she didn't
I think
bring
they
them
only
out.
came out at
She
the
didn't bring
end.
them out very much at all because she was worried about them. We saw Mike Renoni die.
Yeah.
is there any way we can check where he went to?
We could get the time warp gate history logs.
Whew, I guess we're gonna have to go on a side mission then. Kill Mantyx. If
Yeah.
can't leave him, he also has a Matrix too, and with Galaxy Wave out there.
Oh, he does have a Matrix. Primus above. We have to go get him.
Yes, 2 of them.
Oh,
I
he
already know that.
has the Dark Matrix too.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Ah, for the love of Primus. This is why I tell Scorchfire no more strays, but she keeps bringing them home.
I think she just let Scorchimus flirt with you too.
Damn,
He's very
This has
attached.
been the episode of just bully Scorchimus. What is going on?
He's
Poor
not there. He's
Scorchimus.
not there to listen to it. They're venting right now.
Oh my god.
And before Allegory, he used to flirt with me.
Just
Now
remember.
with everybody
Just
else.
remember, I'll be the DM again one day.
No, please.
But today's not the day. And Dalina just made comments. He used to flirt with me a lot. But then, after Allegory, it's like everything changed on him.
Allegory? I don't think I've met that bot.
I don't think you ever met her. I met her after you first left me. I'd met her with along of other rescue bots and Elita 1. And then I was separated. Then I was with Frostfang. It's a long story.
We all have long
But
stories.
I do know that after losing Frostfang, I found Allegory and Scorchimus, and then we found like a dark Scorchfire grabbing her matrix, separated from Allegory and Scorchimus. That's when things got weird on Mantyx, because Scorchimus did not remember Allegory at all.
And he came back without her?
Without her. And all this time I've been trying to remind him of her, and he just doesn't. And he flirted a lot with her. I don't think he's the type to forget a girl that he likes either.
But did he remember what had happened aside from that?
All I know, he doesn't remember anything about her, but he escapes a spider. That's all I remember.
What if he did remember?
Well, he's kind of hiding his feelings very well that he doesn't remember her.
What if that's where he went?
And scene. Well, we have to follow him and find out.
Very well. I suppose let's go.
Would Mantyx know who Tarantulas is? If she said escape from a spider.
I did tell you saw Tarantulas when you were looking at the timelines that was getting closer to Scorchimus.
Oh. Did he see Scorchimus in that timeline with Allegory, or just he saw like the present?
You saw the bots in the cages, Maximo's Predacon, Autobot, Decepticons, and you saw a Silver Seeker.
But no, it wasn't.
But no,
with
Scorchimus. It was headed towards Scorchimus. It was connected to him, and it was going his way.
Okay. Would Mantyx probably, now that he's done this timeline thing and the timeline's drifting together when it has something to do with that bot, would he probably be able to put two and two together? That was the timeline that he went to?
You could probably figure out the timeline, but not necessarily the bot, because you don't know how Allegory looks like.
Not the bot, but if he knew the timeline, then he would know Tarantulas. He wouldn't know who Allegory is. He has never seen it before, but he would probably know Tarantulas.
You might have an idea of where he's going. You don't have a name of the timeline. You don't have a code, because the strings don't tell you.
Yeah, they don't tell me the code.
Yeah. So with that, Yellow Convoy takes you to the Stargate. Oh my god.
Wow, wrong IP.
Whoa. Take a deep breath.
Oh my god, sorry. The time warp gate, and they input the code towards the destination that Scorchimus was headed, and the gate starts powering it on, and you see a green beam, and she says,
It's ready. Would you like to proceed?
Oh, we don't have much choice.
Here we go then. Thank you so much for everything, Yellow.
Thank you for your help.
You are most welcome. Good luck on your travels. May Primus light your way.
We're going to need it.
you jump into the portal, and as you jump into the portal, we will fade to black.
And scene.
We got one more Matrix.
Welcome back to Transform and Roll Out, Season 3 Eons, Episode 26, Part 2. First things first, this will be the continuation of Episode 25, following Scorchfire, Stormburst, and Smolder's adventure. So players, here's the plan. You'll tell me which character you are playing as and give us a short description of what they look like and what is going on in their brain module, and we'll get started with Kilobyte.
I am Kilobyte. I am playing Stormburst Convoy. Well, he's not a convoy anymore. But playing Stormburst, he's mostly orange with gray limbs. He has an eye patch. He's been through a lot. He's getting better. And he's carrying the body of Liege to the medbay with Smolder and Scorchfire accompanying him.
Right, it's the protoform Liege, right?
The protoform, yeah.
Yep. And you have a TBD watch with one notch on it, correct?
That is correct.
Awesome. Next up we have Hexamis.
Hi, I'm Hex. I play as Scorchfire Prime, usually a blue bot, currently totally chrome. Right now, feeling a little depressed, not gonna lie, because Smolder, her favorite little man, does not remember her anymore, and that's pretty sad. She's also a little fed up with Liege, I think, at the moment, understandably. She's kinda just wanting to get her little man back.
Fantastic. And you have no watch because it was crushed, correct?
Yeah, sad.
Poor Scorchfire. And last but not least, Lapis.
Hi, I'm Lapis, and I play, wait, what was my name? Oh, right, I play Smolder. He's just a little tiny red dragonfly with 4 arms and a dragonfly head on his chest and little wings on his back. And, yeah, no, the lights are on, but nobody's home. No thoughts, head empty. He does not remember what's going on. He blacked out, so he doesn't even know where he is as of right now. He's just, who am I? That's it.
Who Am I? The musical by Smolder. And you have 0 notches on your TBD watch, correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. And I'm gonna say your conscience will come back over as soon as we get started. And finally, I'm Onyx. I'll be your DM, your Primus, your god for this round. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, baby.
I'm ready.
Picking up
Yeah.
where we last left off with Scorchfire, Smolder, and Stormburst carrying the half protoform, half liege looking body, and you are all following the Nameless One through the halls of the TBD. You end up going down a similar familiar path and notice the same scribbles across the wall. A beautiful mural of several bots standing against Unicron with a red smear at the center holding up the silver matrix shining with rainbow colors. Looking at it more closely, you can see Stormburst Convoy, Dalina locked in combat against swarms of sweeps. Your optics move around trying to find Smolder, which yields to be difficult as you can only see a second red smear in the back being held by someone. A fist-sized punch in the art destroying the head of a blue bot smeared, who looks like they're being strangled by Galaxy Wave in this mural. Mantyx cannot be found. How does that make you guys feel? The second time. Smolder, obviously you saw this before, but you don't remember.
Yeah, just like look at it and continue. I'm confused. I don't know where I am.
I'm perturbed and also kind of impressed that both murals have like a distinct punch mark in them. Like they purposefully painted this and then decided to punch the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Do we identify every bot in these murals, or are there some
Most
that
of
we
them.
can?
There's some you can identify. The red smear holding up the silver matrix, the red smear that is being held by someone in the back. Can't quite identify. It's a little dark. And then the blue bot has a punch size through their head. If you were to guess on their build, they're kind of small, kind of sportsy look.
Okay.
Wow.
Stormburst is kind of concerned, but feels like this might be connected to them, just based on colors and stuff around.
Yeah. Stormburst, this would be slightly different for you, but similar. Scorchfire, this mural reminds you of a story long ago, perhaps in Season 1. And as I don't expect you to remember everything from Season 1, let me give everyone a quick recap what you may recall or relate this to. Back on the planet Core, you can remember seeing a video about a being of pure light, a mechanical being that can only be made out by a bright silhouette of them. They move around their hands and arms and their chest outward so that their palms are facing out. And on the left side, a sky blue being, almost childlike in comparison, comes into existence. And on the right side, a black hole appears, then morphs into a childlike being also, shifting and changing into a dark orange light. At the moment, the being of light begins to fade and disperse into stars, while the blue child moves around, learning to walk, and begins picking up space dust and making planets, moons, and entire solar systems. The orange child, on the other hand, begins to cry and watches their sibling create, and a low red hue appears around them. They get up and start smashing all the other creations. Soon after, it showed a montage of time passing and the beings begin to fight. And this is happening. You can see worlds, stars getting destroyed from their ongoing feud. You do not know how much time has passed, but at some point, the being made of blue decides to create 13 other creatures who are much smaller than the two we've seen so far, like ants. Each of them, 13 different colors. Blue, yellow, red, gray, pink, green, etc. The original primes. You put the puzzle pieces together. At first, they are too made of pure light, but shortly the light fades and you begin to notice them take shape as we know them today. It's soon after this the light blue sibling curls into a ball and begins to slumber while the 13 primes continue their fight with the one we can assume is Unicron. With that information, I'll give you a moment to think out loud if you wish, either out to another bot or just to the general audience.
Are there any, like, bits of paint or, like, chalk that this mural was made with that might have been, like, left over or something?
The only bits of paint or substance would be the pieces on the ground from the crushed parts of the mural.
If you're looking for something to write with, I actually have a solution.
Oh, yes.
I do, in fact, have a tiny little thing of ink in my pocket named acid ink.
Oh,
If you'd like some ink.
no. What are we doing to this poor?
No. I was hoping for like a piece of charcoal or something.
Hey, he's got ink. Okay? You can use that.
No, I don't think I want to. Thank you, though.
Man, alright.
I was gonna draw another story that this reminds me of. I guess it's the creation myth of the 13 times. And Scorch like runs her hand over the mural and kind of over the hole in the wall where the punch is.
Stormburst.
He takes a moment to see what Scorchfire is doing, and then he remembers something that the Metro Titan mentioned, one of his prophecies, and he looks at Scorchfire and says, when Smolder and I were back with the Nameless One, after Liege teleported us out, we talked to some of the Titans, and I didn't get a chance to tell everybody all of the prophecies we were told. But in this moment, seeing you draw out the story of the 13 primes, I think it's appropriate I inform you. And he'll go into the prophecy, and he says, in their last moment, the 13th prime fell, yet in each bot, their essence, a spell, a wish, continue in all sparks, an echo eternal in every circuit and part. Though some evils in ignorance embrace, choose not to know their inner celestial grace. Blind to the whisper in the cosmic wind, the 13th prime's presence, and all within. What do you think of that, Scorch?
I think it's really uplifting. It's actually really kind of what I need to hear at this moment, I think. I just feel like all the puzzle pieces are starting to come together, but we're just maybe missing a piece or two. Also, Dan, can I get that prophecy in writing, please?
What's Smolder doing while this is happening, by the way?
Chewing on foot.
Wow, somebody, wow, this person must have been a really awful artist. Like, I can't even distinguish what I'm looking at. And, like, clearly they had some anger issues because there's a huge hole just punched through it. So, yeah, pretty awful. 0 out of 10.
It is concerning, Smolder. That is correct.
Oh, thanks, Stormburst.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay. I don't know how I got here, I'll be honest with you. I think maybe I took a nap while I was walking or something. Because, like, last I checked, we were in a completely different room, I think. Also, weren't there other people with us?
Yes.
I mean, a nap isn't a wrong way of putting it, right?
I have no idea what you mean.
You just took a little sleepy.
Our other members stayed behind as we have some stuff to complete with Liege, and we'll meet
Liege?
back with them in a few. Liege. How's the best way to explain this to you?
I think Smolder would remember Liege.
You told me I didn't.
Fair enough. Nope, go on.
So now that you don't know, but it's been confirmed by the god in the sky. How do I explain this? Well, Smolder, there's a bot I made a deal with just to get you and I out of a predicament, and I must honor that deal in order for us to move on. If not, something bad could happen to you, and I don't want that to happen.
Well, yeah, I would appreciate nothing bad happening to me.
Yeah, and so that's why we're here.
Is that why we have that thing with us? And I point at the corpse.
Yes, this is they need a new body, and so I rescued this protoform so that he can transfer his consciousness into it.
Does he need...
interject here? We're not certain it's a corpse yet.
Yeah, that's why I said protoform. That's why I didn't say.
Okay, my bad. I look at it.
Does he need all of it? Because
Smolder.
I'm a little hungry.
No.
He does. But maybe there's something here that we can give you.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Oh my god, I forgot he was with us.
Oh
and just listening with awe at all of you before like turning towards the doorway that he's trying to get you through.
I'd like to have not noticed he was there, and jump back and scream in horror.
Perfect. Inspiration for Smolder.
I kind of want to jump from Smolder jumping and yelling. It's startling.
It's okay, Smolder. He's with us.
He's a friend.
Where did he come from?
He was with us. He brought us.
I don't think I saw him like an hour ago before I took my nap. Where did he come from?
He was here with us, Smolder.
I don't believe you.
It's okay.
Okay.
He means no harm.
Mm-hmm.
Are we almost there, nameless one?
And then he continues through the same doorway in which you all began the fight with the previous old era. Only this time, when you go through, there's no stadium. It's like an entirely different room itself has been shifted and twisted, and there's no signs or evidence the stadium was ever here. Instead, a large medical room in its place. Several slabs behind a protective barrier that appears to have more delicate equipment. One Stormburst you recognize using on Vigilum to learn more about the brain module you found and still have. The nameless one gestures to two slabs behind the protective barrier and goes, then makes an interesting hand waves, and you catch that he points to two levers on the safe side of the barrier, quotes intended. On opposite ends, both levers look like they operate one portion of the machine that may begin or may be able to separate Smolder and Liege's consciousness.
Oh wow, this looks horrifying. I think I'm gonna go.
Smolder. No.
I think I'm just gonna, hide on out. I'll catch you guys later.
Her memories back.
What memories?
Well, that I think. Well,
Buddy, you've been
that's the issue.
You've been
Smolder. Memories bring back you.
Oh my god.
Let hurt my brain, God, thanks.
Smolder. Look, haven't been feeling yourself lately.
I don't know. I feel pretty good right now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, but you've forgotten your friends.
I don't have any friends.
Oh, Smolder.
You do, Smolder. You do.
No, I think I'd remember them.
I want to point at Scorchfire. This is one of your closest friends.
I wave.
I look blankly.
They've been here for you all the time.
But you don't look at all familiar.
That's okay.
That doesn't mean you can't become friends once again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Roll me a con save, Smolder.
Oh
no.
No.
Uh-oh.
I'm just at a bond with my little man.
19.
Alright, continue as you were.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to making friends. I just, I don't know. That slab looks kind of scary, and I don't really want to deal with that.
I know.
We'll be here for you the entire way through this, okay?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, can I have like something to eat while I'm doing it at least?
I look to the nameless one.
Sure.
Do you have a snack?
And gestures, like hands in the air.
Is there anything on the floor that like a piece of
on
something?
The floor? Oh my
Give
goodness.
him a rock to chew on.
I'll eat a rock.
This is something I'm starting to do here. We're gonna flip a coin to see if there's anything on the floor. 1, there is. 2, there's not.
Okay.
Well, I gotta figure something else that's on the floor. Yeah, there's some pieces of scrap on the floor from the wreckage of when this was attacked by Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I will just pick one and be like, how does this look to you? Is it appetizing, Smolder?
That looks delicious. Oh,
I grab it.
You can have it, yeah.
I'm nomming on it.
Cool. Do you mind if I pick you up and I place you on the slab?
Stormburst, be wary that you also have the protoform Liege on your shoulder.
I was gonna say, do you want me to take the protoform?
You
How do you want to do it?
Smolder.
I'll take. Well,
Smolder, would you like? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get some uppies.
I pick him up.
You tear up, remembering all the times he asked for uppies.
Now I have to ask to have him have the uppies.
As you pick me up, I am fully just like inhaling this little scrap, like there's just drool dripping off of the metal and like acidic hitting the floor.
I'm picking you up like under the armpits, but I'm holding you like as far away out in front of me as I can.
Oh, like a cat where you hold it and it's the long way.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he's drooling. And then I'm gonna bring him to the slab.
Yeah, I don't make any move to fight against this. I'm chilling.
And you bring him to the slab, and some wires come down. What do you do with them?
I look at the nameless one, like, do you know which ones go where, or?
The nameless one comes to you and kind of moves you a little bit to the side and begins plugging the cords exactly where they belong.
Thank you so much.
And then goes and points to the lever on the safe side, quote, of the barrier. I don't like how I'm saying safe. It makes it sound like this is the danger side. I'm just trying to describe it's on the outside of this area.
Guys, if you flip that switch, I think I'm gonna explode.
I'm gonna go stand over by the lever, but I'm not gonna touch it yet. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'll put the prototype next to Smolder. I'll just make it sit up. Hopefully, it's and then I'll try to connect any extra wires to the same places where Smolder has them connected.
Okay. Roll me a con.
Me?
Yes, you.
I usually just assume anytime you ask somebody to roll a con, it's me.
20 is stinky 20. It's 17 plus 3.
Nice. Yeah, you paid very close attention when the nameless one did it, and you were able to do it exactly correct.
Cool.
The
I'm
nameless one
learning.
nods and goes, and then points to the other lever on the. I'm gonna just stick to it. The safe side of the barrier.
Okay. Smolder will be right back.
All right, but I mean, if I die horribly, I'm not gonna forgive you, and I will come back and haunt you.
Don't say that, Smolder. It'll be fine.
Valid.
Yeah, I don't make any move to go anywhere. I just kind of like sit there kicking my little feetsies, gnawing on my piece of metal.
Okay.
I'll
The
go to my
nameless
lever.
one goes to the safe side and closes the door and like hovers there and watches Smolder and Liege intently, and then says,
Is that like our
Good to go?
Yeah. Is it like a thumbs up?
he shakes his head like,
Do we pull them at the same time? Okay.
Okay, are you ready, Scorch?
I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. I pull down.
I do it at the same time.
I explode the moment you guys pull the lever.
No, don't say that.
Smolder just goes completely unconscious. Completely
Oh
sedated.
god.
Clonked out.
I died.
All vital signs go up on the transparent windows of both bots. It says the Liege protoforms are very low, and then Smolders are looking great at the moment.
Oh no. I
Hold on to the levers, or what do you do after you push the levers through?
I haven't done this before, but Stormburst puts his hands together and he starts kind of talking to Prima and trying to get some hope going to make sure everything goes correctly.
Okay, Scorch.
I'm gonna watch Storm.
Okay.
That's
The
about it.
moment your hands leave the lever, Stormburst, everything starts stopping again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, touch it. Wait.
And Smolder, you wake up.
Wow. Okay, well, that was a great nap. I feel great.
I do a big, huge stretch.
All right, are we wrapping up here? Because I'm ready to get on out of here. And
The nameless one, as you're talking, Smolder, the nameless one turns to Stormburst and Scorchfire. So many S's in this session.
Quick.
Oh,
Put your
sorry.
hand back quick.
Yeah, I'll just pull it back down.
man, that was so great. I really loved that nap.
I'll hold it, but I'll still talk to myself.
Okay. Scorchfire.
Internal panic. I'm not gonna do anything different. Just keep holding on.
Okay. Smolder, roll me a saving throw.
I don't like that you just said that to me.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. So
Great.
That's right.
I got
No,
a
don't say
6.
that.
Okay. Cool. Put down a failure for me.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay. The machine will indicate to Stormburst and Scorchfire and the nameless one that the Liege protoform body is dying. Its spark is failing, and it appears to have been ripped away before properly given enough energon to sustain itself. Smolder, roll me another one with disadvantage.
Do we know how much energy
Oh.
it needs?
It doesn't indicate.
I've got an Energon pack. I don't know
In
if...
here.
A nat one.
Oh no.
With a nat 1. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Usually nat 1s indicate 2 failures. So this is what's going to happen. The machine updates and informs you the protofarm is now doing everything it can to survive. Not necessarily on purpose, just as a reactive action, and is seeping both energon and spark energy from Smolder. And it has done so in an extremely alarming fast rate.
Uh-oh.
Smolder is turning gray.
Oh,
Guys, don't let me die.
all right. I guess one of us could go over and use an Energon pack on the protoform, I guess, and the other person can just hold both levers, or should we stop?
I'll look at the nameless one to try and answer the question.
The nameless one is hyper focused on Smolder, and you can see him visually shaking.
Okay. I'll hand Scorch my Energon pack and be like, you're quicker. I'll hold.
All right. I'm gonna
I hold before she lets go.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Roll me an athletics for me, please, to see if you can stretch just enough.
Come on, you're a bigger bot. You can reach.
7.
You can't quite reach.
Can I try reaching?
You're smaller than Stormburst, so I'm not even gonna let you roll.
Okay.
Can I extend my arm and call out Bug Shield and have him pull the lever down while standing on my arm?
Inspiration, and yes.
Okay, Bug Shield, buddy, I need your help. I need you to pull this lever.
Pops out, gives you a salute, runs down your arm, and hops over and holds the lever.
Okay, hold it, buddy. Go, Scorch.
I'm going.
Scorch, as you're going in, you notice the Liege protoform is also now turning gray. It looks like whatever energon Smolder had wasn't enough, given that Smolder is tiny and Liege is not.
Fair. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Energon pack that Stormburst gave me, and I'm gonna use it on the protoform.
Okay. The nameless one opens the door and goes in with you.
Thank you.
And you start to use the pack. What are you doing to use it?
I had such an intrusive thought and like a vivid image of my head of like taking the pack and just like smacking it on the body. Like, come on, man, work. I'd like to be... I don't want to be like rough and aggressive. I do want to try and be as efficient as possible without harming the protoform in any way, shape, or form, but also be quick about it too.
Right. Roll me a saving throw.
Oh.
Please don't get an out one.
Don't fix it, man. I got a 9.
You're shaking, you're panicking. Both Smolder and the protoform are lost. You weren't fast enough. The Energon did nothing to assist. They're dead. Life signs on all the things, all the medical equipment go flat.
Oh.
As at this point, Stormburst, it's pointless to hold down the machines. Levers.
He still holds them because he's in disbelief.
Scorch can't take her eyes off of Smolder. She's just kind of frozen in place.
The nameless one, panicking, moves at incredible speeds to meet Smolder on the slab. His hands shake as he looks down and gives Smolder a gentle pat on the head. And he turns to Liege's deceased body, placing both hands against Liege's face, almost as if to get a better look at him before placing his own head against his, before letting out a quiet...
Are both of them totally gray at this point?
Mm-hmm.
There's not like a way that maybe I could use shocking hands to jolt either of them?
You can try, but I don't think it'll be of use.
Coming from God, if God doesn't think it's going to be of use, then it's probably not worth doing. If God says so, I'm going to slowly go to Smolder's side.
That can't be it, Scorchfire.
I don't know what else to do. I don't think the hammer's gonna do anything. I don't know if my matrix would be able to do anything. It only worked on Mantyx because he wasn't quite gone yet.
There's gotta be something we're missing. This can't be the end.
The nameless one looks up at the both of you. His sad sky blue optics flicker. Scorchfire, you can feel the silver matrix resonate within your chest. Almost a hum, a booming sound. The nameless one's optics turn a bright white. Their arms reach out and hover over Smolder and Liege Maximo. their head begins to shake and tremble as his body, almost like a shell, starts to crack and dissolve as pure sky blue light pours into Smolder and Liege Maximo. The room lights up, and in a sudden gust of wind, he's gone. The lights have returned to normal, and Smolder and Liege still lay on the slab with colors slowly returning to their bodies.
I'm gonna gently shake Smolder by the shoulders. Smolder? Smolder, are you there?
What just happened?
I have no idea. On your side, does it show their vitals still?
Vitals are kicking up as if they're ramping to where they're supposed to be.
They're going up.
Come on, little man, come on.
But Smolder's eyes flicker open.
Am I officially conscious?
You're officially conscious, and you remember everything.
All of my things?
All of your things.
Oh, okay. I just look over to Scorchfire, and there's just a small little smile on my face. DM, do I remember not remembering Scorchfire?
Yes.
That's
you
what I
remember
thought.
everything.
Then I slowly just like push myself up.
Oh, Scorchfire, I remember you.
Then I open my arms for a hug.
She tears up and scoops him in her arms immediately, like, it's about dang time you remember me.
Oh, I don't know how I forgot you.
Oh, I'm just so glad you're okay. No, wait, do you remember me? Do you remember everything?
Stars.
Oh, bud.
Starscream's dead.
I hug him a little tighter. Like rub his
I
back.
didn't get to say anything. I didn't get to say goodbye.
Okay,
I didn't get to say
okay.
goodbye to him.
I like look over at Stormburst and like wave my hand, like come here.
I see your wave and I smile and kind of see my one eye kind of glow up as teary-eyed. But I'm holding it just to wait for the other body, just in case.
A hand reaches up and begins to lean upwards. You see mouth moving, but no noise.
I'm gonna slowly sit Smolder down and watch the body.
Turns towards you, and their optics glare. At first, they can't believe they're alive. They're in their new body. They rejoice a little bit, but as soon as they notice they cannot vocalize, they begin to reach towards their throat and notice that their vocal cords have been removed.
It's another Mantyx issue, isn't it?
It's because Mantyx stole his.
Liege, is that you?
He turns towards of his name and nods.
Can I approach Liege Maximo?
Be real careful about that little man.
Smolder, roll me a con.
14.
You approach Liege Maximo just fine.
I am glaring up at him. I am so angry. My tiny little body is just shaking with anger.
He looks down at you, unafraid, and then gives you a gentle pat on the head.
I really want to bite his hand.
Like a feral cat. Like, no.
Yeah, I want to bite his hand like a feral little cat.
Okay, roll me an athletics.
A 9?
You got an 18.
Okay, so can I just like snap my jaws at him as his hand
Yeah, you
pulls away?
snap at it, and his hand pulls away.
I should.
He gets
go
up
ahead.
from his slab and stands and gives a big ol' stretch.
I should crawl up there and rip your spark out of your chest.
Mulder, we just went through a thing. Please, no more Parks dying.
I give Liege another glare. I'm glaring daggers at him. I may be tired. Maybe this.
Optics.
Yeah, I may have come up to like his knee, but I'm angry. And then I scuttle back to Scorchfire, and I would like to climb Scorchfire like a tree so that I can go sit on her shoulder.
He cracks his neck and a black cape unfurls behind him.
You have your body.
Eyebrow raises and he turns towards you and with 2 fingers makes out a shape of a matrix in front of him.
That I do not have.
He turns towards you, Scorchfire, and then arms fold over as if he's expecting like a well.
Well, I don't have it either. You also don't happen to know how to sign by chance, do you?
I think he does. Smolder doesn't know how to sign, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he does not.
Communication a lot easier.
He does not. He's been locked up for far too long, and Smolder didn't have any knowledge of it.
Whoops.
Whoops.
My bad, guys.
I don't have it. None of us have it. But we'll get you to it. It's just gonna take a little time.
He does like a sarcastic bow and moves his hands like towards the exit, like a after you.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna walk toward the exit.
I let go of the levers.
Do I pass out?
Roll me a con, Smolder.
Tumbles off.
Oh my god.
Is this an actual con save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scorchfire, on your way out, when you're walking through the barrier, you see the scraps that was once the Nameless One, just the outer shell parts, and like the head portion is tipped to the side and seems to be staring, like where the optics would have been, seems to be staring directly where Smolder and Liege were on the slabs.
Do I see that, by the way?
Yes.
Can I actually, by the way, I did get a 17 for the con save.
Yeah, continue as you are.
Is it possible for me to like go and kind of like pick up his head and maybe like take it with me?
Yeah, it depends how many times you want to crawl up and down Scorchfire.
I'll do it one more time.
I was just gonna say, I was actually picking it up too.
Oh, okay.
God.
Yeah, that's my homie, you know?
Yeah, I'll pick it up for you. I'll give it to you. How about that? You don't gotta move.
Okay.
When you skitter up and down Scorchfire, I just imagine Stitch just going.
Yeah. Once Scorchfire hands me the head of the Nameless One, I just kind of like sniffle and hold it close, and I rest my chin on the top of the head.
I can't believe he did that. I'm just so thankful, but
I wish I could have said something to him, but
I wish I knew his name.
I didn't remember him at the time.
That's okay.
Do we think, could we look for his language so that maybe we could learn it?
That's a good idea. I also wonder if there's not a Nameless One we mourn. Does that mean there's supposed to be a new Nameless One to take his place?
No, but this one was my friend.
He's just a special guy.
I liked him.
Stormburst walks up, puts his hand on top of Smolder, and be like, well, the important thing is that we remember our friends. That way they're never gone.
Yeah.
Liege just rolls his optics.
I'd like to flip Liege off with one of my extra hands. I don't even want to look at him.
I'm looking at you.
I'm gonna eat Liege.
He keeps his stout high. His stout? No, that's wrong. He keeps his nose high and he just ignores you.
Man.
I look at Bugshield and be like, you did good, buddy. Thank you.
He beeps and whoops and says thank you and crawls back and goes wherever you store your minicons.
He crawls back inside of you.
Oh.
Shall we go back to the others?
I guess so.
But I'm glad you're back to normal, Smolder.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, guys.
Group hug?
Yeah.
As you guys are group hugging, it is to make notes for the audience, as you guys might not notice. But Liege is staring at the piece that you picked up from the Nameless One and kind of just gives a little before we fade to black.
I imagine that hug, I picked you both up and like Scorchfire's not even touching the floor.
Yeah.
Yes, the best kind of hug.
And Liege Maximo the whole time looks like he's about to throw up.
Yeah. We're going to do a little check-in with a specific Chrome Autobot Seeker, picking up only a few days since last we saw her. Clickbait, would you mind describing who you play and give us a little brief summary of what they look like?
Of course. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Clickbait, and I think I'm playing Allegory. She is at least last, I heard she is she transforms into a Cybertronian jet. She's an Autobot intelligence officer. I think her last colors were a mix of all of her friends right before her memory completely faded into nothing and she blacked out. So I don't know what her current thoughts and goals are or what is even going on with her.
Excellent. Shall we get started?
Okay.
You wake up on a slab. not knowing anyone or anything, much like the day you were forged. Bright white light shines down and begins to dim down. 2 figures standing over you, each with plenty of limbs to spare, spider legs moving tools around above you and putting them away. One of these creatures, who appears masculine and has some green drool spilling from their mouth as they talk, says,
Excellent! Well done! And how are we feeling? A000007?
The feminine-looking mechanical life form interrupts.
I don't know why you insist on communing with each of your experiments.
Tarantulas looks up angrily.
They're more than experiments. Though, I wouldn't expect a blackened spark like you, Arachnid, to understand.
Arachnid rolls her optics and begins to look at her claws sarcastically, and above it all,
Well, tarantulas, I suppose if you really believe that, I can always leave and take my working memory wipe technology with me, and leave you back to square one with that pity excuse of a short-term amnesia zapper.
Tarantula is now flustered and stuttering.
No. Need to be hasty. I was merely stating how we complement each other with our scientific methods.
Drools pours off his face, drops next to you on the table, A000007. At this point, what are you thinking as this experience is your first experience?
She's confused, probably a little bit apprehensive. She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know who these people are. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know if the term that they're using is who she is. It's a lot of confusion, a little bit of fear, a little bit of curiosity.
Well, Arachnid glances over at you and makes a comment towards Tarantulas.
Well, now you've done it. I do believe your stupidity is scaring it. You want me to be more empathetic towards these experiments? I'll show you empathy.
Arachnid spider legs curl up around her body, and all of them facing you. Each, you notice, have these small circular blackened lens on them, and several flashes of white light flicker, and your mind begins to slip. Your fresh memories dissolve with the limited experience you've had. It takes merely microseconds to forget everything. Then you shake your head, and you feel the same as the day you were forged. Arachnid, for the viewers, you no longer know them, but this is more for them. Arachnid looks towards Tarantulas.
That, Tarantulas, is empathy. Now they don't have to remember you almost drooling on them.
She quickly turns around and leaves. Tarantula, frozen with fear for a moment, then begins to look down.
I suppose that makes you A000008 now. Let's get you back to your cell.
And we fade to black.
Oh my promise.
Smolder here. Next time on Transform and Roll Out.
That was a nice hit.
Oh, I get 2 attacks. That's right, for 2
Yeah, you
turns.
get-
This is the second
You get
turn.
one more,
Okay.
yeah.
Watch this one. Biff it. 15.
15 hits.
This seems rigged.
Don't complain yet.
You sense it pulsing to try to be like, use me.
Do it.
Lovely.
Do it. Thank you, Emperor Palpatine.
You're welcome.
With a 17.
Wow.
I also got a 17.
I also got a 17.
Whoa.
What is going on?
Whoa.
Come on, Celeste, get an 18.
Come on.
Oh my god, no, no.
Okay,
Something's going
listen,
on here.
but they're different base numbers. They're rolling different flat numbers.
They are different flat numbers.
No, you all go at the same time. Just choose.
We all
whoever
go at the
goes
same
first,
time.
but